Alright, we are finally back doing a walkthrough update. Been very busy, haven't really had much time to do anything. Like weeds. I really am usually really on top of my weeds, but I've been busy so I can't do much. But it'll all be under control soon. So we've got all these guys, they've grown a lot. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you probably, you can see that's the season's growth so far, and it's coming to an end. But everything's looking good. You know, all the grafts I've done, I'm finished on the grafts. I'm not doing any more until maybe spring or something. But I'm getting a lot of cool stuff coming up. Just some crests. There's a CSD I grafted. That's the first CSD I have ever grafted. And it's so interesting at how different it looks. Like, it doesn't look like the classic CSD clone that everyone sees online, and that blows my mind that it can look like that and then look like something else. Same as this one. That's the Quichua. I put that one on Reddit and Facebook, or Instagram. And it doesn't look like that for years, and then all of a sudden you give it good nutrients and soil and it does that. But even so, like, this is grafted, so it's obviously, and it's in a nice pot. It's got all this rootstock, so it's got plenty of nutrients and soil and all that stuff and sun. It's a good position, but it still doesn't grow that mature growth, that mutated growth. So yeah. And that's what gets me to hold on to these cactus even longer, because I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe next year it will start to get funky. And sometimes it does happen, but then you just end up holding on to a lot of cactus. Alright, let's kick this video off with this Quichua, because I'm sure heaps of people want to see it. I need to move a bunch of this stuff to get in there first. Alrighty. So all I know is that this was a seedling, about maybe 10-20 centimeters. I got it from Herbalistics. This is many years ago, well, 5 years ago or so, maybe more. On the label it said Quichua. That's it. This is the label that they gave me. Quichuas. Herbalistics. So, I'm pretty sure it's not a clone, because I never, it was small. It looked like a seedling, didn't look like a cutting. And I have looked it up and I haven't found it anywhere else. And so yeah, that's all I really know about it. For me personally, I would say this is one of the best genetics I've come across. I'm just hoping it gets a bit cooler, even more nicer looking when it gets older. This camera's getting pretty old. It's not very good at focusing anymore. Been smashing it with cow manure, insect frass. This is, and since I put it in this fresh soil, there's some roots. It's just been pumping, and so I've given it more liquid fertilizer and more the manure, and it just keeps, like, that's the new growth, and it's just healthy as, plump, juicy, fast growing. Yeah, so I'm almost starting to think that you can't overfeed these guys. But as time goes on, I'm going to do some more over fertilizing tests to see what the limit is. I think it also depends on the specific nutrients, like nitrogen. I think an excess of nitrogen, you might start to get some problems, but we will find out. Maybe I'll do some different tests of too much nitrogen, and then another one too much potassium, and so on and so on, and yeah. Or I suppose I could, just do a fertilizer that's high in each nutrient and low in everything else, and then you can see what those nutrients specifically do in these cactus. That'd be a cool experiment. Oh, I hate that right there. I gotta unpot those and pull that weeds out, because that is horrible. These guys are so like white blue. Oh, so this one was that was the Carter cross subdenudata. And so this is one of the seedlings I bought from Sam Redman. And I'll show you the other seedling that I bought from Sam Redman from the same batch of seedlings. That's the other one. So, I mean, I like that part. So it'd be cool if this thing came out with a bit of mixed variegation like in here. But it seems like it's just doing some solid vari growth there. And this is a fairly sunny position too, and it's handling it quite well. So, I mean, yeah, you know, whatever. Another banana to the collection is not a problem. But yeah, I might let that grow out, graft that, and then try and get a pup to come out of one of these areoles down here and see what comes out of there. I need to cut that off too. If you have grafts and you have pups, cut them off, unless you want the pup, because nutrients are going to be going to there. If you cut that off, all the nutrients go into there. This is a graft of that one that had the middle rib on every single side. So there's no middle rib yet, because I was quite interested to see as it matures there'd be a middle rib. But this might be one of those cases of like the CSD, you don't see that mature growth yet, so it may have to get up to like here until you get that middle rib. Anor's seedlings or seeds. No one likes me to talk about him because I don't know why. People want to keep things hidden, but fair enough. I'm getting stuck here. Another one of Anor's seeds. Anor's seeds. Anor's seeds. So far, I think a lot of what he says is legit in terms of the seed batch. So if he gives you a batch of seeds, it seems to be from the same plant, because these are all from the same batch of seeds. But then I've grafted some seedlings from him from other batches, and they come out a little different. So it's obviously that he's getting it from different parents. Who knows if he's getting it from the regions that he says he's getting it, but I think this one's a Gary. No more variegation. There was one. Where did that one go? Oh, here it is. It's hiding. There's this one, variegated as well. But it was alright looking, but it fell over. Now it's not getting the best light. Not a good position. Oh well. That's one I got to show you. If you remember the HBO4 cross T. cuscoensis from Herbalistics as well, this is that one. So I originally got those seeds from Herbalistics, and I planted it on the farm. It didn't like it. It rotted from the base. I cut it and then I grafted it. So this is one graft. I got another graft right there. That one fell over, and I had to pick it up just yesterday. So it's got that white growth because it had no sun. But yeah, no, I'm really liking the look of this, especially grafted with that extra plump look. It'll be nice to get some more of these ones out, because at the time people asked me for cuttings of it and I couldn't because it was only one plant. But I've got this one with 2 pups, that one's got 2 pups, and I got another piece over there. So hopefully I'll be able to offer cuttings of these next season once they're. I want one more season's growth and then I'll cut some to sell. This crest has grown incredibly fast. This was grafted halfway through the season. And like, this was grafted the same time as this guy and this guy and that guy. I mean, this guy's growing pretty, like, quite a lot. But like, especially for a crest, I feel like crests just don't seem to grow that fast. But what else have we got going on? Oh, here's some cereus, slowly branching out into other sorts of cactus. These guys got bipolaris. That one's dried up a bit, so we'll see if it does anything, but it's not looking too good. But these, because those also weren't growing very fast, so I mean, they might just not be that great of genetics. But these guys are pumping along, they're doing alright. Yeah, some more bipolaris there, but we're getting on it. We've sprayed it, and the reason why I haven't been able to get on top of this earlier is because I've just been away. Just been flat out busy. But no, it'll go away, that bipolaris. That's right, I was going to show you seedlings. So this is one thing I've got to do today. I've got to put another sheet over here because the sun comes in there. You can already see the sun going in there, and it's only like, I don't know, 9 o'clock or something. And you can see how stressed they are. So I think I've learnt that when they go this kind of colour, that dark red colour and just that darky colour, it's too much sun. Not too much water, not enough water, it's too much sun. And so, yeah, I just need more shade. Yeah. But, and yeah, you can actually see those ones are more green than over here. And those ones get way less sun. But yeah, you got heaps of seedlings. A lot of this is from Aina in Peru. Some of it's from my own collections. If you've seen my video about my grandparents' cactus garden, that container there is full of Spacianus and maybe a few other Echinopsis. I think that one's Spacianus as well. I got too many Spacianus seedlings, so I'll probably be selling those for cheap when they get a bit bigger. Some from Pedro Lopez, I think his name is. A ton of them are from Pedro Lopez. A ton of them are from Amigo cactus, I think it is. Cactus Amigo or whatever it is. But yeah, got heaps, and then I've still got all these bigger ones that are overdue. Especially this one. Oh my god. So packed. But they're all doing pretty well. I haven't had too many issues. There was, every now and again, on a specific day, if they get too much sun, they'll sort of die off. Like you can see on that one there, the corner closest to us, there's not many there. In that corner. Yeah, they started getting a fungus. I'm not sure what it was. I took the lid off, and it stopped because it was too moist. And that's one of my problems I still haven't perfected, is when to take off the lid, because you want the lid on for humidity, but then if it's too humid or too wet, then you start getting fungal problems growing, and then they'll just start dying. But then if you take it off too early and you don't keep it wet enough, then they're going to dry out, and then they're going to also die from that. But this time, this is probably my best seed run I've ever done. You can see right there, that's a bit of a probably fungal dieback or something. And look, it's going to happen. You're not going to have a perfect seed run with 0 fungal problems. I mean, sure, you could probably do it in an enclosed environment, but you know, there's all sorts of weather conditions I have here. And so yeah, these are also all, I think, Pringlei or something, or Pachycereus. I've got a few dragon fruit things going on here. All sorts of different ones. Let's see if we can see those ones. They're doing alright. I haven't had any mass casualties or anything, so there's just still like these ones here, these, what are they? I haven't put a number on them, but it's, yeah, I think these ones are like Thelagonus or something, maybe. And I feel like you've got to be a bit more careful with those. But I can't do much more than, I can't baby them constantly. I'm just too busy, but they should come through. I just need to make sure they don't get any more light, because to me they look a bit light stressed, so they'll just have to stay there for a bit. Just noticed I've got some variegation there. Yeah, a bunch of them are variegated. Yeah, that one there's very, you can see the green on the bottom. Over there you can see the green on the left, and sort of whitish cream on the right. That'll be cool. I wonder what that one is. I don't know. When all of these get bigger, I'm going to go through all of them, check them all out, talk about them. Should be good. Oh, and the test, so that's zeolite there and vermiculite, and then I got in that one there, that's biochar on the left, and I think pumice on the right. And my conclusion is pumice works pretty well. You just got to make sure it's wet. Oh no, there you go. That's, all of those are dead. Those on the left alive, down there, they're alive. Those are alive. Yeah, right. But then one patch of them have died. I wonder if that was fungal, or too much sun, too much water, because the rest are alright. I don't know. Hopefully they'll live on. But yeah, I think I came to the conclusion that pumice is what I'm going to use from now on. I think I just got to be careful that the pumice isn't too thick, otherwise their roots can't get into the soil. Because you can see there where the pumice line is in the soil. I think that's not too bad, but Alright, let's move on. What are we on to? Oh, I don't do the names enough, do I? That's a SAS Op, South Australian short spine Trichocereus. Open pollination. Not bad. Ooh, this guy I've been liking. He's getting pretty damn spiny. Possibly one of the spiniest I've got. Got a nice little blue going on as well. I don't think it'll be anything crazy, but it's nice to see something crazy spiny like that. This guy's starting to get pretty tall. The boltwood, mate, that thing's a monster now. In that pot over there. We'll get our graft experiments. So you can see in there, it's definitely taken. So I find, yeah, this is quite an interesting way to graft. I never really thought about it before. I'm sure heaps of people have done all sorts of grafting things. You've got up there, up there, up there. And then the original way of grafting didn't work on top. So it's like all the sides worked, but not the top one. So yeah, interesting. One of the experiment, actually I'll go through the other grafts first. I'm always chopping and changing. Use another one, did the top, did the side. Let's go to, this one was a fail. I did one on top, one on the side. I don't even know if that's taken. I'll leave it. This one, that top one's taken. That one has taken. Yep, taken. Wow, this one's got heaps of grass on it. Down there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, wow. Cool. Nice bridge. This guy is going so bloody yellow on me. And he's the only one out of that lot that goes yellow. I mean, a few of these ones at the back, this sort of spot is a bit yellowy. So I wonder if it's just the time of year, like that's a bit yellowy. I don't know. It's very yellow. But then the pups are like fine. Anyway, we'll have a look at this guy. This one used to be one of my favorites because it did this splitty thing, this dicot up the top. They look pretty nice up the top, but as you know, you're never looking at the bloody side of them. You always want the tips. The tips are always the prettiest. Where is this tag at? There. Sharks Cross Lumberjack. This pumpkin vine was going crazy. It was all over these guys. All over these guys. I had to cut it back before this video. Couldn't see anything. This guy's looking alright. He's got a few spot marks. I don't know if it's from snails or what. The scop's going alright. looking fat. Just growing pristine. Very nice. Alright, we'll go back over here. So those experiments I was doing, here's the one with the water. I haven't kept it up to date, but I know it's wet down there, so I know the soil is wet, but I do have to fill it up again. Just because I want to keep this going for a bit longer. It doesn't really get any fungal, like it's not rotting down there at all, and it's like this is always wet. I know the soil is always wet, I just don't fill that up all the time. Got a bit of something there, but I think that's more so caulking or something. It doesn't look that fungal. And it's got all these scratches as well from previous, like when it was in a pot maybe, but they haven't turned into fungal or anything, and it's like it's sitting in water. So, and this isn't a straight mineral mix either. This has organic matter. Like you can see, it's got like organic matter in there, and it's, you know, it's still doing all right. I mean, I know I've got pumice and I've got zeolite and I've got all the aeration stuff and biochar, but they're doing well. Well, this guy's doing better than this guy. I would definitely say this guy is stunted. And it just seems like it's not, obviously we know that it's not, they don't want to grow in water, but they seem fine, especially this guy. They do seem a bit depleted of nutrients. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily depleted of nutrients, but low on nutrients, but it's obviously the water that's doing this light color, not so dark, you know, because over here, this is the over fertilized one where I've got like way too much. I've put heaps of organic fertilizer and chemical fertilizer. I could probably actually update it, and when I did that was in winter, so they weren't growing, and I put all that fertilizer on, and so they handled all that excess fertilizer through winter, and then through summer they've just used it all, and now you can see like that is incredibly healthy. It's not as fat, I think, because it doesn't get as much sunlight in this position. But I would assume if it was not as cramped and that, it'd be a bit fatter. But it's green as, it's healthy, it's glowing. Same as this guy. This guy looks incredibly healthy. Especially when you compare it to the other ones. Because this one came from the same seed batch as this one. And that one is obviously, yeah, same seed batch as that. And then we got over here, this is all for sale, by the way. You know, some is $40, $50, $60, $70. Some of the big ones, like, yeah, 70. But yeah, literally all of that is for sale. So if you like any of it, hit me up. Located in Sydney, let me know. So that one there, let's see if we can get closer. This was the experiment with no water, plenty of sun, soil, everything else that everything else has, just no water. And so here it's under the roof, so it doesn't get any rain, and it might get a bit of mist or whatever, but you can see that the thing of you don't need a water cactus is bullshit. You need to water your cactus, especially if they don't get any rain. You can definitely have your cactus out there, and if it doesn't rain, you still don't need to water it, because eventually it does rain. I suppose it depends where you live, but anyway, this is what happens when you give them no water at all. Just like hardly any structure, just flimsy as. They have regressed. They have gotten way smaller since I first put them in there. There's a nice blue one for sale. This fat one for sale. It does have fungal marks, but if you want it, you want it. This one is from Aina in Peru. That's for sale. Another, I think this one is as well for sale. That and the graft stock if you want it. All of that. I'm going to set up a website soon. Only shipping within Australia, but I'll get it hopefully up this year. But I'm working on getting a website and business and nursery and all that stuff. So we'll see how we go. I think that's Scopulicola cross Trojan llama. Let's have a look. Well, yeah, it's zero entity cross Trojan llama, and zero entity I'm pretty sure is the Scop. Oh yeah. This guy grew really, really fast, and he sort of got to this size and then just stopped, and he's just sort of stalled. I mean, I know it's a huge cactus, and it's on this. I mean, this isn't a nothing, you know, graft stock, but it's gonna have to try hard to pump this thing up. What is it again? Rango open pollination. Nice. Ooh. Well. We got some rot. That's the first time I've noticed that. I'll have to clean that out a little bit more. I shouldn't have to cut it. We'll see. Might have to cut that piece. Deal with that later. Heaps of seedlings still going. Well, that one's actually quite nice. It's a fatty. I love these bits. They stick out so much. Ooh, that one right there. Bunch of Spacianus. Oh yeah, I haven't maintained, especially out here for a bit. Got things falling over, but in the process of moving, so I'm doing what I can. Oh, there's some solid growth right there. Yeah, and so this is what it's looking like at the moment. This one is... I can't remember what it is. Gamma, that's right. Gamma from Trib's Trichos. He gave it to me a while ago and I grafted a few of them up. It's looking quite nice. I think it was supposed to be a bridge, but it's looking very notchy. Can't exactly remember what it is, but yeah, it's nice. This guy's looking good. Just looking clean. I don't like this guy. He gets too many spots all over him every single year. Like this guy's spotless. That's spotless. Everything around him doesn't have any marks. But this guy is covered in them. I don't like him at all. Like he's not a bad looker, but I just don't think I want, like, even if I used him for breeding, he's only going to give me seedlings that are going to be prone to bloody fungal infections. So if anyone wants this entire thing, roots and all, let me know. I'll give it to you for like, I don't know, $50 or something, $20, whatever. This no-thinks over here. I mean, it's obviously not still in the pot. The roots go into the ground. But the pups are just insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pups. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pups all on the base here. And then it goes all the way up. This one I quite like, and I'm really excited for this to get bigger. This is Ichma, I think again. What is this? These cockatoos are going off. Ah, getting some morning breakfast, eh? Yeah, Ichma, it's quite notchy. And these pups are looking nice. I just want them to be even notchy, even thicker. I feel like a lot of the time with these cactus, what they're lacking for me is the thickness, the girth. That's a nice notchy one there as well. And it's blue, that one. You can see a pup there, but it's not showing much. Oh, got a new pup on this big guy. These are some two massive, I mean, they're not pups anymore, I suppose. What do you call them? Arms, columns, 2 columns, and there's another pup coming. The pups look awesome on this one. They just come out with this fresh, full of energy, just blue. Yeah, they're just beautiful. I love them. Especially on, this is a different one, but that guy, I love that one. Looks so fresh, clean, girthy. There's a fat scup there. What do we got? We got sharks, the tall one. John Cross Sharks, that's a Scott. That's HBO 7, HBO 8. Grafted this one, thinking it'd be cool. It had these little things. I mean, that looked like that and that. That one's grown more into basically into a pup because you can see it's got a bit of fresh growth on there. So yeah, but I thought it'd be cool. And it's, you know, it's not bad, but I don't know, pretty boring to me. Then we got this fat. I think it was a Pringlei or Pachyceres something. But it is just monstrous. Like, it's big. And it's like, it's just a ball, you know, it's yeah, it's huge. Yeah, being powered by this fat boy, and this thing's also looking like juicy, girthy. You can see the union. I mean, I'm very happy with that. And you can see how big where it was grafted. It was smaller than that, but it expands over time. But then ever since that, it's just blown up. But no, the union, I'm really happy with that. It's got those cracks, which are totally normal. The cracks, I quite like the cracks because it indicates that it's growing. This union from here to here is strengthening and it's expanding. Yeah, it's nice. And the bigger it gets, the more nutrients it can get to this. But yeah, it's looking good. This guy, if anyone remembers this guy, I took a photo. It was about there in height. And it was looking really nice. It had 4 ribs. And it was looking very notchy down here. And then it got to about here and it chucked on a 5th rib. Which, whatever. I mean, I kind of liked it before, but it's still alright. Yeah. It's fast grower. I mean, now it is. I mean, I suppose it's connected to this guy. And it's going into the ground. And these pups need to be cut off as well. But, yeah, the funny thing is when I grafted this, it was a shitty graft. And I didn't think it was going to take. I almost, like, ripped it off. But somehow, it's taken. I mean, you can see that that's a massive growth crack right there. But, like, it's hardly even touching the vascular ring. It must have gone down and then into it a bit. Apparently, you can graft these on without using the vascular ring. And it can take, but it's just not going to grow for quite a while. It needs to create a vascular ring, it needs to create a join from this to this, from what I understand. Whether it's going like up like that or straight out, I don't know, but apparently it can happen. But that's fairly close, so maybe it's not too hard. What else we got? I don't really come out here much because a lot of this stuff is my old stuff. I only really come out here to look at the grafts. And so, you know, sometimes I'll come out to look at everything else, but I don't know. Like, some of this is new, like all these seedlings, you know, I don't know what their mature growth looks like. And that's a bit of a, you know, insight to what it's looking like. But yeah, no, I don't really come out here too much. The only thing to do out here is pull out weeds and sort of fix up these fallen guys, but I'm just, I don't like I'm not bothered to prop this up again. I am more than likely just going to cut it, throw that away, and stick it up again. Holographic. Got my Funkenstein there. It had some variegation on the other side of this, and that's a pup that has come from the variegation that looks like a total banana. Who knows, maybe one day it'll revert back to a crest. That'd be cool. I really liked that Funkenstein when it first came out. I think a lot of people did. With the half variegation on one side. Yeah, pretty cool. Sharks column. It's so girthy and so like strong. What else we got? Got a bloody palm over the fence. Let me sort that out. Bloody hell, and then all these guys are falling over. Oh man. Oh, the palm knocked that one off from this guy. Some bipolar. Some I'll need to come back and cut these ones off. Yeah, so you can see the spores, which are the sort of powdery bits, the grey powdery bits. Those are the spores, and the black is just the, I don't know, the juice. It's whatever. You can see it on there as well. You can see the yeah, you can see a bit of the spores, but I'll have to cut those off. I might get rid of this. I might sell this whole thing because that's sort of a crested revert thing. And it goes all out there, but it's just covered in, gets all this fungal spots. I don't like it. I'm gonna get rid of it because, like, it's obviously something in the genetics. Because this guy's right next to him, and I don't see any spots on him. Like, sure, a couple spots at the bottom, but it's not like this guy just is covered in it. This one's got nothing. This one's got nothing. So it's obviously the genetics. It's not. I mean, sure, maybe I could change something in it to prevent that for next time. But like, I remember I put holes in the side. Like, all those are holes for airflow for the roots. And I mean, I've done extra for it, and it's still got problems, so I'll just sell it. This guy's leaning. Why is it leaning? I kind of wish it didn't have the hair, because the rib structure looks so good. They're getting bloody tall now. HBO 8. The pup's not doing much yet. There's the HBO 8 pup. The HBO 7 pup behind it. Kwombi. Looking alright, looking nice. I got a few seeds off of this guy. And so they're in containers now growing. They've already germinated, they're looking good. So I'm excited for those. I've got, what else have I got? I've got Scopulicola growing, seedlings, just scop op, whatever, open pollination. I got, I think I've got more, what do you call it again? Bloody Big Plim, that's it. Big Plim. I got a few containers of that as well, growing. It's a graft. I think it might be a SAS open pollination, maybe. Oh, those lines. It's crazy. Oh yeah, let's have a walk down here. I haven't been down here in a while. It is a mess. Weeds everywhere. I don't know how I'm gonna get through. How am I gonna fit through that? Let me pause this. Alright, we're through. Let's pull out this guy, because he is not doing any good. Nightshade, I think that one is. And the soil's like, literally where I'm standing is the ground, and I only put a bit of soil there, and that's what they're sitting in. I mean, I assume maybe their roots have gone into some cracks in the ground. So it'll be interesting when I have to dig these guys out. N1 TPQC, the folk. I don't know how that's there. Like, that's whatever. I'm not dealing with it right now. A graft of from Ana in Peru. It's got something going on there. This thing's just a mess. I just want to get rid of that, to be honest. A lot of these bridges I just want to get rid of. This one's alright, this one's nice. And that is another SAS op. SAS open pollination. Whoa! What is going on there? That looks like either that TMV or what do you call it? Sucker bug. But every time I brought up TMV, everyone says it's not TMV, so we'll just call it sucker bug then, eh? Or it's a cool, rare, variegated, one-of-a-kind clone. $500 opening auction price. Oh, that's got some on the top there too. I wonder if it's just sunburn because we had like heaps of cloudy, rainy days and then like a couple sunny days maybe. Oh Just get all these weeds out, eh? So here is TPM Crush Sharks Blue. This one is honestly really nice. Like really nice genetics. Very consistent. Yeah, that's a keeper for sure. But yeah, this guy is leaning. Probably because he has to get around the eave. But I don't mind this guy. He's alright. He looks nice. Bit of a hybrid thing going on there. This one I definitely like. He's got, especially when you look down them, they have a bit of a uniform look. I like them. Jeez, it's got heaps of arms on it and it's tall as. This thing is pumping. That's got some juice in it. And it really doesn't have much soil there, I don't think. Look at these guys. They're trying to find another cactus to eat. Cactus destroyers. Look what they did to this scop. That's what one of them did a few weeks ago. Hey? You guys just chilling there, eh? I don't think there's much else. I think that's about it. Yeah. Got this cool guy, Stetsonia, I think it is. Bought him just before that growth bit. It was stunted. I don't think it had grown for well over a year or something, and finally, with a bit of better soil and better conditions, it's grown. I mean, I wouldn't say nicely, but it's growing, so that's all I wanted. Alright, I think that's about it. Hope you enjoyed, guys. See you for the next one.